So, yeah, Grant asked Kyle about Trey was whether Trey is ready. How do you feel about that? Do you think
Yeah. So
certainly Trey is ready?
so I think before we state with the oh God, 15 to 20 mil. Anyway, so the comment was is oh
I,
yeah,
I, I I think that's a fair assessment too. I mean, given the situation, because still he falls within 15 to 20 in NFL if you rank the quarterback. So in that sense, I believe we have to agree with what Brandon says, because yeah, in that sense, 50 to 20 is a fair price, I would say, because salary cap will also go up.
oh whoopsie, my bad.
I think some network issues. Yes, no worries.
You there? Okay, no, I accidentally synced up my phone. Okay, so let's start that again since we were talking about this. Trying to messing up my editing process.
Okay.
So Kyle was asked by Grant Cohn if Trey was ready, and Kyle says, "Oh yes, he's been ready. He's exactly what we thought he was." And my feeling is, "Oh, he's exactly what you thought he was, and he's ready." And you were sitting here, and we're limping through the playoffs with Jimmy. We've got a stagnant offense, and Trey Lance is ready. To me, like that's crazy talk. That's you didn't put the your best foot forward in the playoffs. You didn't just to hold on to sentiment and have one last type of run. Like as an owner, how are you okay with that statement? Unless you're the
Yeah.
one that unless you're the one that's driving that mission. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You're the one behind it.
I think it was pretty crazy how it turned out to be, because before the season began, Kyle was trying to just tell each and everyone. It was like Kyle just go out shopping and he would say, "Hey, you know what? I don't like Jimmy. I wanted Matthew Stafford. You know that. I wanted Matthew Stafford. I wanted Andy Dalton. I wanted this and that, Deshaun Watson, whatever it is. I don't want Jimmy, man." That what his behavior was. But throughout the season, it really changed. It was like, okay, uh, no, Jimmy is good. And even before the Rams game, he said Jimmy Garoppolo is the main reason. He said main reason that we are in this situation right now. We are in the championship game, which I don't agree, because, as I said, the stats do not lie, because Kyle Shanahan, the offensive genius, and Jimmy Garoppolo combined 49ers 15th points per game in the NFL rank, while defense fifth in the points allowed. That tells you the story. Basically, defense. I think D'Amico Ryans was the guy who carried this team with his defense. So, having said that, it means for some reason Trey Lance was not that. I wouldn't say quick enough, but he did not develop as the way Kyle expected. I think that's the only logical explanation, because seeing everything, because even during the last press conference, Jimmy said that his shoulder, his thumb affected him. I mean, every throw, that's what he was saying. So he was basically saying, I was playing through the injuries and injuries, and it had an effect. And now you have to wonder why you were willing to play your quarterback who you know have limitations, upon that who have now injuries, while you have someone who is a rookie but still a raw talent that can gives some outside chance because we saw what Trey Lance can do, especially during the Titans games, where when he threw that touchdown pass to Debo Samuel, that was fantastic. That's something we have never seen from Jimmy doing that kind of a play. So I am not sure what really went on. Probably we will never know what's the real reason that Kyle Shanahan decided to hold back Trey Lance, and I really don't buy his answer as well because there is no reason once you just finish the game, the championship game, and you just after you just lost it, Trey Lance is now ready to take over. There must have been something else going on, but we might never know.
Eh, it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. It's like worse than the ineptitude of Jerry Jones. Like it's like the Dallas Cowboys fan base. His ineptitude and getting the right people in there. And as far as coaching, I think because there's a extreme amount of talent on that team. But as far as the coaching to get everybody in the right position and on the right page and doing the right stuff, that is the key. And Jerry doesn't do it right. And it's different than someone going, "Oh, we can do it," or "We can try and do it this way and maybe we get it better," or "We can maybe go all the way, or we can try and maybe we'll get something out of it." It's like you get something out of it both ways, and what you need to go for is the Lombardi Trophy, not for the first round pick for Jimmy G. That shit is
Yes.
ignorant.
Yeah, that's what I actually thought right after the game when we lost to Rams. 49ers wasted a year of Debo Samuel to pump up the value of a mediocre quarterback. That's what they did.
So, like, they're worried about a first round pick, right? Well, we've seen what can happen when players believe that a team is Super Bowl bound, like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm not saying that, people are going to go, Trey Lance is Tom Brady. You know what I mean? That's
Yes.
not the case. But Debo Samuel, George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, and then you got an emerging Juwan Jennings, the run game, Kyle's run offense. You know what I mean? His passing schemes. You know what I mean? You've got all the great defense. You know what I mean? Stacked defense. You know what I mean? There is a way to get talented people on this team for cheaper than other teams because they're in a search of that ring. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And
Yes.
a lot of free agents at the end of their careers, that's what they're looking for because they haven't gotten it anywhere else.
Yes.
So,
The other thing is that 49ers did not waste a year of Trey Lance because Trey Lance is 21, he has time, but they wasted a year of George Kittle, Trent
yep,
Williams.
yep.
I mean, of
And
course, Debo.
Trent Williams is going to be big too because that's going
Yes,
to be a big, huge hole to fill. And I don't know if Alfredo Gutierrez is going to be able to do that. But I know Alfredo's out there trying, and I love you, Alfredo. Glad they re-signed you.
yeah. The reason is especially why I brought the name of Trent Williams, George Kittle. Trent Williams, we know he's not going to play entire season or the 17 games or 20 games, whatever he's going to miss games. Kittle is going to miss games. He back to back years he had injuries and missed significant amount of time. So when you have that kind of players who are good, we don't know how well Nick Bosa is going to stay healthy next year. We don't know Debo is going to play another year like this, stay healthy and have kind of a MVP caliber season. So all these years was their effort just wasted for that whatever the draft pick or what they were thinking to pump up the value, or maybe they thought, okay, we have to do right by Jimmy. I don't know. Whatever it is, they just wasted it on something which is not worthwhile.
Yeah. There's no sense in going down that road again. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes. And other thing is, I was thinking like all these things that we try to do with Jimmy has given some false perceptions, image to 49ers. For example, now, if you ask from a 49er fan, what do you think your 49ers identity is, their strength is? They would say run game. We are a run first team. Why 49ers are a run first team? Why can't they be like Chiefs? Why can't they be like Bills? Because they don't have a quarterback. They don't have a quarterback who can pass. That's the problem. Otherwise, Kyle Shanahan is capable of getting people open up. They have
yep,
receivers who can run. It's not like
yep.
our receivers are not like. I mean, this team pretends like our receivers, they want to stay close to the line of scrimmage because they don't want to leave their friends behind. They want to stay with their linemen and everyone. So they feel like, no, no, I don't want to run deep. It's scary over there. There are safeties, there are cornerbacks. So I don't want to be lost in that area. I will stay close to Jimmy. That's where I'm comfortable. No, that's not the reason. The reason is our identity, that run first. It's not a run first team. It's a myth because you cannot pass the ball because you don't have a deep quarterback
Well,
who can use that deep threat.
it is a run first team because the Kyle Shanahan and his father's system all work off of the play action, and you can't have the play action without the run. So you have to have that numbing run after run after run. It didn't look as crazy as it did back in the day when his dad was drawing up the plays, but it has evolved. And so now you've got all this you're going back and forth, looking at here and there. You don't know where it's going. So it's run first because that's what opens up the play action. And that's the play action is what gets the people open. So this system has to be a run first team. You know what I mean? It's not because we don't have a quarterback that can do it. That's the reason why we can't sustain drives and score consistently, is because he can't pass, because you can't run every single play or else they're going to stack the box and do all that. You know what I mean? That's how you kill them. They have to pick their poison. Either they stop you from going deep and you run on them all day, or they stop the run and you go deep on them. And that's how the philosophy of the scheme of this football is based on.
True, I agree on that. But what I'm saying is we shouldn't be limited to that image because there are much more possibilities if we have a quarterback who can use everything. Because right now it's like uh, every game that our intention is to let Jimmy not pass more than 25 attempts. We are really happy if Jimmy passes less than 25 attempts. If it is 20, we are super happy because we know then the more we run, we have a much better chance of winning. So
Yep.
that's the image we have. So I want to get rid of that. Because I'm saying that's uh, that's a something image based on things that we are forced to do, but it shouldn't be like that. Especially as I think, let me brought up Kim's comment. The way NFL is changing, we have to have that deep passing game, and we shouldn't be just tied up to that run game alone to win games, like using Debo as a running
So
back.
So what you're going to see is when Trey Lance is able to throw that ball down the field, our 4 to 5 yard per rush average is going to go to like 6 or 7. You know what I mean? And that's because people are going to have to stay out and back. And so we'll still be running a lot of the time, but what'll happen is on 1st and 10, you know what I mean, on the 25 after getting the ball back, we might just go to the house on a play. You know what I mean? It's
Yes, that's true.
yes.
So
I think what
yeah.
Maynard brings up is that you know, we might, have more time to play with Trey and he'll be better than Jimmy, but we might not get like extra years with some of these players. And I felt that too, especially like George Kittle. I thought that was a wasted year, with George Kittle, Debo. Brandon Ayuk was in the doghouse all year. Like, yeah, thanks,
Yes.
Jimmy. Not only
Yes.
do you stifle our offense one way, but you stifle it another way.
I wanted to bring this comment up as well. What Pino said. I mean, Pino. All I have to say is that person. He's if we trade him to another organization. If we trade Jimmy, we should send this guy as well for his moral support because he's
Oh my
that bad.
God.
I mean, I saw a very funny. It's not a funny tweet because something he said earlier in 2020. He said there are no any data points that supports Tom Brady is better than Jimmy Garoppolo. He says every data point points to Jimmy Garoppolo is the better one. That was in 2020 before the season started. Tom Brady won a Super Bowl and made it to playoffs the second year as well. While Jimmy Garoppolo is getting traded, replaced by a rookie quarterback. So still, this guy is trying to say, like, oh, it would be difficult to replace Jimmy Garoppolo, blah blah blah. So I don't know what's the deal with him, but I know we can just agree to disregard that person because he is not worthwhile talking about.
Yeah. That guy is a waste of skin.
Yes.
He's
So I think
really,
that comes to end of our show. So is there anything that you need to address?
well, I want to thank everybody who showed up today to watch us. I want to thank Pie
Yes,
Nor,
I think
E.
today
Kim,
was the highest
I mean
turnout
the
we
dream,
had. We had Randon, we have Kim,
Brandon.
Amin, Pino. So
Yes, if you
yeah,
guys like hockey, especially if you like Kings hockey, please go and check out Hockey Royalty. Don't forget, we got to get Amin the Dream to 1,000 likes. So check him out.
subs, thousand
Subscribe.
subs.
1,000 subs, not 100.
Yes, not
We
a
need to get
hundred.
to 100. Amin needs to get to 1,000.
Yes, whatever. When it happens, it will happen. But yes, we
Stock
need
up.
to get. I
Yep.
mean,
Look, stock is rising, bro.
yes.
Thank you
So
very much.
yes, we'll meet you again probably this week. Talk more about all these things.
Think
So
tomorrow night, right?
tomorrow night, most probably yes.
Same time?
Same time, I would say, but we'll keep you posted because
Okay.
with the family stuff, things always get changed.
Yep.
So we are out. Have an average night.
Have an average night.